Hey, hello guys, how are you? God bless you. Welcome. And here we are again, gathered together. I want to take this opportunity to remember, to remind you of the beauty of the Lord, the greatness of His love and His faithfulness for us. He is so incredible. We have His mercies, provision, protection, and healing, and this beautiful planet. Okay, so we need to be grateful to Him and with Him. Okay, guys, so today we're going to be looking into our second class. We are going to be looking into passive and active voice. Okay, remember that we have been studying this, and by now you should know the difference between each one of them. Okay, and let's remember really quickly: active voice is when you know who is doing the action right away, and passive voice is when you don't know who the action or who is doing the action right away, because it's not as important as in active voice. Now, remember that passive voice is very used in all media sources, okay? Like newspapers, magazines, uh, TV news, okay? So everywhere you're going to be looking into passive voice. So today we're going to go deeper into this. So please stay with me. Like I said, we're going to be looking today into tense. Okay, remember the tense is uh, our grammar tense, our grammar time, and then we're going to be looking into active. The first sentence that we're going to see is going to be active sentence, and then we're going to change it into passive. So the first thing we're going to notice is the tense, okay, el tiempo gramatical, and then we're going to look into active and convert it or change it into passive voice. Our first one, simple present, okay. So let's start with the first sentence. Colombia grows coffee. Colombia grows coffee. That is active voice, right? So let's change it into passive voice. Let's remember with this example that we're going to start with the object of this sentence, which is coffee. And then grows is telling me that the verb to be that we need here in passive voice is going to be in present. So coffee is. And now we need the past participle for grows, which is grown. Coffee is grown. Now we have our passive voice, right? Coffee is grown. We don't know who does it, but we know what is going on. Now, if we want to know who is the agent, who is doing the action, what do we do? Correct. By Colombia. Okay, so there we have it. Simple present. Colombia grows coffee. Coffee is grown by Colombia. So now let's come into the second sentence. Second tense, simple past. And here's our example. Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. Okay, so here let's change it into passive. So let's start. Help me. What do we start with? Yes, we start with the object, which is Hamlet, right? And now what do we do next? Correct. We need verb to be. So the verb wrote is telling me that verb to be is going to be in past. Hamlet was. Now what do we need? Yes, we need wrote in past participle, which is written. Hamlet was written. There we have our passive voice. Hamlet was written, and now we want to know who is doing the action. So what do? Yes, by Shakespeare. Hamlet was written by Shakespeare. Okay, simple past. Now let's go into our next one. Be simple future. The band will perform a concert. The band will perform a concert. Okay, so let's change it into passive voice. What do we need? Or where do we start from? Correct. The object, which is a concert. A concert. Okay, now we know that we need verb to be in future, which is will plus be, will be. A concert will be. And now we know that we need the verb in past participle. This is a regular verb, so it ends in ed, which is performed. Okay, a concert will be performed, and we need to know the agent or who's doing the action. What do? By a band. The concert will be performed by a band. There we have our future simple passive voice. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Present progressive. Okay, so let's see. An uncle is helping his nephew. Okay, so what do we need now? Where do we start from? We start from his nephew, right? Correct. A nephew, in this case, a nephew. We don't know his name, so we say a nephew, okay? And we know the verb to be in present progressive, so this is how you do it. Is being. A nephew is being. Always in progressive, we're going to need the auxiliary being. Okay, so a nephew is being. What do we do now? Yes, we write the past participle of help, which is correct. It's a regular verb, so that's why it's helped. Okay, a nephew is being helped. Okay, and by who? By an uncle. Okay, by an uncle. All right, very good. You're doing very good. Everybody's understanding more and more now. So let's come into the next sentence. Past progressive. Okay, so here it is. They were building a tower. They were building a tower. It's past progressive. So where do I start from? Correct. A tower. Now what do we need? The past progressive of verb to be, which is was being. Okay, a tower was being what? We need the past participle of the verb build. A tower was being built. Okay, very good. And if we want to know who is doing the action, what do? By them. Okay, notice I'm using a an object pronoun instead of a personal or subject pronoun. Okay, I cannot use they, I have to use them. A tower was being built by them. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Okay, be going to. Instead of doing progressive in the future, I'm going to be doing this one because this is another way of saying future with be going to. Okay, so let's see. God is going to save me. God is going to save me. So where do I start from? Me is the object, so I need to start with the object and change it into a subject. So I plus the verb to be am going to be, okay, which is the future here. So I need this also in order to give it a tense. I am going to be, and now I need the verb save in past participle, which is a regular verb, so that is why it is saved. Okay, I am going to be saved. Who's going to save me? By God. Okay, I'm going to be saved by God. Okay, so each time that we're doing this, changing from active to passive, we are learning and to do it with more knowledge, with more clear mind here. Okay, so let's continue into the next one. This is going to be the last tense we're going to be looking into, present perfect. I'm not going to go into future perfect or future progressive or any progressive perfect tenses. No, I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to make it a little simplified for you guys. So let's do this one. My parents have bought a house. My parents have bought a house. Okay, so we know who's doing the action. Parents, and what are they doing? Buying. By the way, I want to make a parenthesis here. And let me do it in Spanish, okay? Aquí vemos el presente perfecto, que es una forma de pasado. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre el presente perfecto y el pasado simple? Thinking time. Ok, en el pasado simple sabemos el tiempo en que se hace la acción, lo más importante, digámoslo así, es el tiempo. En cambio, en el presente perfecto, que es una clase de pasado, lo más importante no es cuándo, sino el qué. Okay, so let me close the parentheses there. So here we have my parents had bought a house. Okay, and now let's change it into passive voice. A house, okay, that's the object. We need to start from there. A house. Now we need the auxiliary to make it perfect. Has been. So there we have the auxiliary has in order to make it perfect, and been is the verb to be in perfect as well, present perfect. Okay, a house has been bought. Okay, so there we have our main verb in past participle, which is the same as in past simple in this case. Okay, so a house has been bought by whom? Who did the action? By my parents or by them. Okay, in this case I can use a pronoun instead of using a noun or subject. Okay guys, so I hope this is going easier on you. Okay guys, I hope that is more easy now that we have practiced with those tenses, and now I want to practice a little bit more. Okay, so this time I want to do it a little different. Okay, so guys, we're gonna practice, and this time I want to do it a little different. Okay, I want to now change it from passive into active. Okay, from passive to active. So let's start. Okay guys, so let's practice changing from passive voice into active voice. Okay, Are you guys ready for the first one? Here we go. Number 1. The wall has been painted blue by them. That is our first passive voice. We're going to change it into active. So the first thing that we need to do is identify the grammar tense. What tense are they using here? Okay, if you notice, we have the auxiliary has, and then we have verb to be in past participle, being. So that is telling me that this is a present perfect. Okay, so we need our active voice to be in present perfect. Number 2, we need to identify the agent, the subject. Who is doing the action? Them. So them is an object. We needed to change it into a subject, right? Okay, so thinking time. How do you do this? How do you change it into active voice? I've got something to say right now. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's compare answers. They have painted the wall blue. They have painted the wall blue. Okay, so you see there, they, subject, have, auxiliary present perfect, painted is a regular verb. That is why its past simple is the same as its past participle. And then we have our complement here, which is the wall blue. Okay, so are you guys ready for the second one? This is the second one. Let's read it together. A lie was told by someone in this room. Okay, so what do we have to do first? Yes, we have to identify the tense, the grammar tense. Okay, how do I do that? By looking into the verb to be. Okay, let's look at verb to be. Was. Okay, so it's simple past. Now I know that my sentence in active voice is going to be simple past, right? And then we identify, number 2, we identify the agent, the subject. Who's the subject? Someone. Okay, very good. So now you're ready to change it into active voice. Thinking time. Okay, are you guys ready to compare answers? Let's compare. Someone, very good, in this room told a lie. Simple past. Someone in this room told a lie. Okay, you're doing very good. So now let's go to number 3. Okay, let's read it. The stolen money is being found by the police. The stolen money is being found by the police. So let's identify the grammar tense. What tense is this? Correct. Present progressive. Is being present progressive. Okay? Who is the agent? Who's doing the action? The police. So now you're ready to change it into active voice. All right? Thinking time. Feels like you are slipping away, like I am drowning in a crisis of faith. Okay, are you guys ready to compare answers? Let's do it. The police, very good, is finding, present progressive, the stolen money. The police is finding the stolen money. Okay, guys, you're doing an awesome work. Congratulations. Now, please, I would like you to study. Study. You need to study to practice because next class I'm going to have you do a workshop, okay, an exercise, and that is going to be our note for this uh, aim, okay? So I'll see you next class. God bless you. Take care.